I don't want to see him play well tonight, I'll say that much, but he's a good young man. So it's nice to see a player like that continue to have success because he's worked for it along the way.
When you've had pairings, at least your top four, that have been pretty consistent
Yeah.
through a lot of the year, and now you have to kind of move some pieces around. What is the biggest challenge from, an in-game, coaching and trying to maybe monitor those as you go?
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily the coaching side of it. It's more about players like Ras and Kevin have, they've been together all year. So now you're having someone that Ras has to read off a little differently than you would for Kevin. So that's something that over the course of time, you would hope that the communication on the ice will be there from the pairs to make sure they're helping each other out so they don't have to rely on just having played with a guy for so long, they know exactly what he's going to do in certain situations. So I think it's more about that, Parksy.
Do you have an update at all on Paul?
He's still being evaluated. I think it's, from what I understand, it's looking positive for us. But yesterday was Chopper's funeral, so we didn't really get our hands on him like we probably would have liked to.
We see Jacob kissing guys on the helmet and just hollering during practice. How much does that add to the vibe of a group during a game?
Yeah, it does. I mean, he's an energy guy. Him and Ryan Lomberg, you can put them in the same category. Like, sometimes I just shake my head because that's all you hear around the room, whether they're coming or going from a meeting. But you do need to have people like that around your team. And I think that's what makes a good team is you've got different personalities and different characters. Those two guys are like extreme one side of it, and then we have a few other guys that are like a Kevin Ball is a quieter guy. So I think you need to have that mix of personality to make a really good team. Yeah.
Do you notice when he like kisses a guy on the helmet, like as a coach, are you aware of that?
I don't notice that. No.
Roy Cairns was sent down to the Wranglers yesterday. I mean, obviously the numbers popped for those first 4 games. What does he have to do to get back, and why send him down?
I think he needs to keep doing what he's been doing. I mean, he's had a wonderful year with the Wranglers, and when he came up here, he played really well for us as well. I think for him continuing to move forward, the challenge is always going to be the pace of the NHL. So finding a way to do the things that he's very good at, which is being strong on the puck and making good plays with it that aren't considered risky plays. So up until his next call-up, whenever that may be, work on the pace of the game. I think that's the one challenge that we would leave him with.
Ryan, Joel Hanley's been a 7-8 guy, and he's
Yep.
played in all 3 pairings for you this season.
Yep.
How valuable has he been, and would you describe him as an easy guy to play with?
I would. He's one of those guys that I don't think there's a lot of, geez, what's he going to do in this situation? Like, even for someone that hasn't played a lot with him, you pretty much know. Like, he's going to be responsible defensively, he's going to be competitive down low, and he's going to allow his partner, whoever that may be, whether it's Mackenzie, Rasmus, or Pahal typically this year, allow them to do their thing. Like, he's just a guy that I feel prepares very well, has a good understanding of who he is, and he's been real important for us over the last little while.
As Rory goes down, I mean, Adam's kind of been through that same situation. He's gone down and had that opportunity now to work on his game. And as he's kind of advanced and gets another opportunity here, what are you hoping that he's learned from the experience?
That one of the nice things that we do have that I like about it, we have guys for different situations now. And in Adam's situation, he is a big man, which we do like. He skates well, has a good skill set. And I think since he's gone down and played a lot again, he's back in the rhythm of the game. So what we look for out of him is to be a very straight line, direct player that has to do a good job of getting that big frame in front of the net. That's going to be an important thing for us tonight.
Looks like Tyson might get back in tonight.
Yeah.
What is the last couple months? What have you observed from him the last couple of months?
A very good teammate. Like I know in the past we talked a lot about Michael Stone in that type of role. Tyson's been much the same where, yeah, he's had some tough days, but he doesn't show it to a teammate. He comes in and he works hard every practice day. And I think whether it was, well, it's obviously coincidence, but going down on the conditioning stint when he did allowed him to get into that game action again, which puts him in a position to feel comfortable about jumping back in the lineup in a night such as tonight. So I think he's been a real good teammate, and I know with his experience that he's had, he'll be ready and a good player for us tonight.
What challenges do the Capitals present?
Well, they're the best team in the league for a reason. They've got good goaltending. They're very deep, and they're a big team. They make it hard on their opponents to generate much against them. So they do a lot of things well, including both sides of special teams.